Okay, so we are now recording, and now I'm going to share my screen with you. Share. And I just need to do this real fast. Present. Okay, so we are going to get started. First of all, welcome everyone again to our September PTSO meeting. My name is Jeremy Ritz. Again, at the beginning, I said I am the proud principal of Kennett High School. This is my 7th year here at Kennett High, and very, very excited about the school year, probably more so than I've ever been. And I'm happy to be here with you tonight. Our meeting did get postponed because there were a lot of things happening at the beginning of September, and then there was some movement with some of the other schools back to school nights. So here we are, September 29th, better late than never. Again, there is a translation feature that is available to all families. You can select to have the meeting in either English or Spanish. Excuse me, at the bottom of your Zoom screen. So please make the choice for that. And then also we have Miss Chanel August with us here this evening. So August, say hello. Miss August is one of our phenomenal business teachers at the high school. She's also our department chair. And new for this year, she is serving as Dean of Students. And Miss August will be talking tonight about some of the work that we are doing with our restorative practices program. But again, we're excited to be sharing this information with you tonight. So we have an agenda for you. We're going to go through the agenda. And then once we work through the agenda, we will take any questions that are in the Q&A. To try to answer those questions the best we can. And as I said, this is being recorded, so it will be shared with families as well. But again, welcome and thank you. We'll start with just some general updates in terms of dates. Our financial aid night that is presented by our Kennett High School counselors will actually be tomorrow, Thursday, September 30th at 6 p.m. It's a great event to learn about the financial aid process for college admissions. I would highly encourage everyone to attend, and unlike last year, this is in person. So we're excited about it. We hope that you are able to participate. On Wednesday, October 6th, which is next week, next Wednesday, there will be no school. So please make sure that you mark your calendars for that. And in 2 weeks, very exciting. I know the kids are very excited because finally we're in person. We get to have homecoming. So just want to go through the events, and I'll share with you what the different themes for the days are so that you can celebrate alongside your students if you'd like to. But originally we had talked about a concept of doing a homecoming festival on the Saturday of the game, but we're not going to do that. We're going to stick with our traditional homecoming parade that we've done in years past. And so what we're going to do on Friday before the game is have that traditional parade, and that will start at 6:30 p.m. We'll be sending out information to you about that this week. If you haven't noticed by now, every Friday I send out my weekly communication to parents, but we'll have more specifics about that homecoming parade. And it does showcase the students who are on homecoming court, and it's a nice way to celebrate things before the homecoming football game starts at 7 p.m. So it's the parade followed by the game. And then our dance is going to be Saturday. And to give our students the freedom of not wearing masks, our homecoming dance will be outdoors at the stadium, which will be a unique experience. And that dance will start at 6 p.m. and it will conclude at 9 p.m. So we wanted to be clear about homecoming. And then we also wanted to share with all of you the theme days. So we're actually going to start the Friday before homecoming week on the 8th of October, where we will have sport or team day, where your students and staff will wear their jersey or their favorite sport or team. Monday, October 11th will be neon day. So if you want to throw on your neon pink or green and do a little 80s throwback, by all means. Tuesday, October 12th will be twin day. It's pretty self-explanatory. Wednesday, October 13th will be tie-dye day. And then Thursday, something that's pretty special that we've done for several years is it's Kennett Fights Cancer Day. And you can see that every class and the staff as well has a different type of cancer that they're generating awareness about, they're fighting against, and the classes and the staff will wear different colors in support of those that awareness. And then Friday the 15th, that is our We Are Kennett Day, where we are all going to wear blue and bright white. We'll have the pep rally, which will be at the stadium, and then everything culminates with the dance. The tickets will be on sale between October 7th and the 14th. They are $5 in advance, $7 at the door, and we are requiring students to complete a permission slip for the dance. So that's all things homecoming, maybe a little more than you wanted to know, but we just wanted to make sure we were clear on our communication about that event. And we're just very excited. And I know I feel a lot of gratitude that we are able to do this in person for our kids, because they've missed out on so much the last 18 months. So we're excited. PSAT testing will occur on Wednesday, October 13th. That is a test that is given during the school day to all juniors and those sophomores who sign up for it. Even if a sophomore student did not sign up for it this year, they will take it next year during their junior year. Our next PTSO, which will continue to be virtual because our turnout virtually quadruples what we would have in person, probably goes beyond that. That meeting will be Tuesday, October 19th, and that will be led by Mr. Dwayne Kotz, one of our assistant principals, and Miss Eileen Rudisil, another one of our assistant principals. So they will be leading that meeting on the 19th. The next day off of school after October 6th will be Tuesday, November 2nd. So please mark your calendar for that. And then just a few more notes here. Please, if you could remind your students to check their emails at least twice a day. We do a lot of communication, not just from the administration to students, but our teachers are always sending emails to students about assignments or different opportunities. So please remind your children to check their emails. And also, you know, we learned a lot last year working in that virtual environment. So we are sustaining and maintaining a lot of what we did last year through the use of technology with Schoology. So we're asking that students bring their fully charged laptops to school. And then before we turn it over to Miss August for a bit to talk about restorative practices, I just want to give an update on the Kennett High School degree programs. That's something that is brand new for this year that we developed last year, where essentially what we're doing is recreating the college experience in the high school, where students complete coursework that is aligned with an outcome, and essentially they get the equivalent of a degree in the high school setting. So for instance, we have a finance program this year that our incoming ninth graders could sign up for. What happens is over that 4-year period, they take coursework related to finance. They have internships junior and senior year. They have independent research projects. They earn certifications. So when they graduate from Kennett, they now not only have that Kennett diploma, but they have this wealth of experience that they've gained through internships, through the certifications, through shadowing different careers out in the community, independent research, and it makes them more competitive of a candidate for colleges and universities, and also for careers if students choose to go that route following graduation. We're excited because next year we're going to be able to offer more programs and new courses, such as agriculture. That will be a new program that is in place for next year that is currently being developed by Gretchen Peterson, a teacher who used to be at Bancroft Elementary, who is now with us at Kennett High School. We are also going to have, and this is really exciting, a real estate and tourism program that is being developed by DJ Augustine. That the introductory course is going to be called The History of Kennett Square. And embedded in that course are all the skills and concepts related to real estate and tourism. It's projected that over 2 million people will visit Kennett Square annually. So knowing that that's going to be something that's going to be a big part of our community, we're trying to capitalize on that. And that program, uniquely enough, will culminate with students sitting for their real estate licensure exam. So there's a lot of things we have to do to make that a reality. That's going to be 4 years away, but we've initiated that process, and we're excited about those opportunities for our students. Miss August, again, who is going to talk here momentarily about restorative practices, is also in the process of developing our new marketing and branding program, which will be available for students again starting next year, which focuses on branding through all mediums, social media, video, photo, the psychology behind that. That's something, again, we're very excited about. And then we are also going to be taking our existing fine arts program and adapting that to the pathways, and also making some adjustments with STEM. And we will have new courses. One of our new courses is titled Media Literacy, which really educates students about how to consume information, how to determine whether or not something is a credible source. So I give you this update to let you know that currently Kennett High School is undergoing a transformation where we're really trying to update our programming to make sure that it not only is aligned with careers of the future data, but that it also aligns with student interests. And we sent out interest surveys to our students, to you, the parents, to find out what coursework you want to see. And that's really going to drive what we do moving forward. And we're super excited about that. So I've talked long enough. I'm going to come back in here in a few moments and talk about some questions from the survey that you all shared with me. But now I'd like to introduce Miss August, who's going to talk a bit about our new restorative practices program at Kennett High School.
Thank you, Dr. Ritz, and good evening, everyone. It's so exciting to see so many people come out and be a part of this conversation. This is amazing, and I feel very privileged and grateful to present to you our restorative practice approach. And so just to kind of give you a little bit of background, we have decided and worked and did the data and some research and attended trainings on restorative practices. And so if you're not familiar with the term, it's just about promoting inclusiveness and relationship building and problem solving strategies. And, you know, after what we've been through in the last 18 months, I think that this is really an opportunity to provide students with provide students with support. So when it comes to restorative practices, it's all about relationship, and it's about respect, responsibility, repair, and just that reintegration into whatever the gap may have been. And what we're looking to do at the high school is to provide preventive and supportive measures, as well as recovery measures. So what you see on your screen before you right now is our calendar for the next 5 weeks of restorative circles that we're going to host. These restorative circles are going to, as you can read, see that they're going to have a specific focus each week. I have shared this calendar on Schoology with students as well as families. If you have access to your Schoology email, you have access to this calendar, and embedded in the calendar is also links to sign up for any of these. Students can self-refer themselves to attend a circle if they feel as though one of these weeks is something that is going to benefit them. Or a parent could also refer if they're seeing some executive functioning skills that could really be supported. And Responsibility Week is a great week for that, so that we can make better decisions to have the best outcomes. So our restorative circles are our preventative measures, and that is one half. The second half is sometimes we do make the wrong choices, and we need to understand how we won't repeat those choices again. So we also offer a restorative session for after something that may have taken place. Our data has shown that discipline in the, I wouldn't say traditional way, but maybe some of the older ways of detention and suspension, sometimes it's necessary, but without adding an understanding to what behaviors don't need to be repeated, the discipline alone is not a teachable moment. So we have the restorative circles, which again can be self-referred, parental referrals. Otherwise, sometimes we just do a random selection of students who we just want to check in with. Sometimes it's not even that you've been referred, it's just we want to do a check-in. So we'll randomly select students to participate and check in. The other side is the repair. That is something done in-house in the building by teachers, staff, administrators. If there has been a break in relationship or a sever in responsibility or a lack of respect, then we will also use the other side of the restorative method to repair what was broke. So we've got preventative before something happens so that nothing will happen. And we've got the repair side of things that if we do make a bad choice, we can recover and grow and learn. I am so excited about the restorative work. We started this year with a freshman academy where we thought it'd be nice to welcome the class of 2025 into the building and provide them with some circle time so that they can see that this is a safe space. Our sessions are held during the flex. Therefore, if a child does not have to make up any work or have any questions about the course that they're currently in, and they would like to use that restorative time to build capacity on the challenges that they face, we welcome them during the day. So just to recap, this has been sent out via Schoology email. If you are interested, and we'll send out a calendar every cycle, if you are interested in seeing more of this, or if you have not been able to access this from your calendar, from your Schoology, please feel free to email me. My name is Chanel August. So it's caugust@kcsd.org. And I will be more than happy to send you a copy of this link. And again, if you would like to refer or suggest that your child refer themselves to attend a session, that they have access to this opportunity. As the Dean of Students this year, I am committed to supporting students and families. That is my highest priority. And the restorative work and the opportunities are my chance to fulfill that priority. So please feel free to email me if you have not been able to receive this calendar or you would like more information on the work that we are offering. I am happy to provide that to you. Thank you, Dr. Ritz, for the opportunity to speak this evening. Thank you, families, for being present and allowing me to share this information. And I am so excited, and I hope you are too. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ms. August. That was a very thorough presentation of our restorative work at the high school. It is very special. You don't see a lot of high schools that offer opportunities like this. So we're very grateful that we're able to provide this to our students and to have Ms. August as the lead with this. She's doing great work. So please reach out to her, connect with her. It's a powerful program, and we're excited to share that with you tonight. So moving on here, just go back. So I did see a hand raised. So we don't have audio for parents to talk on the webinars, but what I'm going to ask you to do before I get into some of the questions from the survey is there is a Q&A feature. So I would ask, if you have questions for me or for Miss August, please begin populating those in the Q&A now. And then once I finish going through these questions from the survey, we will try to answer your questions as best as possible. If we don't have an answer for you right away, no fear. We will do our research and homework, and we will get back to you with the response. Okay, so please feel free to populate that, and then we will go through those questions. So we did send out a survey, and this is something that we're going to do each month because we want to keep a pulse on how things are going for our students and also for our families. So thank you to all the families who took the time to complete the survey that was sent out last week. And also thank you if you did complete the survey related to new coursework and programs at the high school. But just wanted to bring up some of the things that were addressed in that survey. So there was a question in there about, can you notify parents about the current busing issue with delayed arrivals at the end of the school day and whether the problem will be fixed? So I wanted to just take a moment to speak to this. In the event that you're not aware, there is a national bus driver shortage, not just, it's everywhere. It's impacting every district, and Kennett is not outside of that impact, and it has impacted us. Not as greatly as some of our neighboring districts. There is one neighboring district that is short 42 buses. Now, it's a much larger district, but we're thankful that we're not in that situation. But because of that shortage, there are some instances where there are delays in students being picked up. We do have currently one of our buses does not arrive until 3 o'clock to pick up students. And that's unfortunate. We feel terribly about it. We did have an issue earlier this year where there was a torrential downpour and we weren't able to get our students into the building to shield them from the weather. We've since put some procedures in place for that, but we are working diligently. I know our transportation office is doing so as well to try to find drivers, but we're working on it. We have a fantastic transportation director in Tom Jenkins, but I just wanted to make you aware of that status. There were also some questions and concerns brought up in regards to flex time, which is something that we did last year, but being that it was virtual and hybrid, it wasn't as impactful as it is now with the full return. But flex time is basically time that is to be exclusively used for supporting our students who need assistance. So if a student has missed a test, if they have not done well on a test, they can work with their teachers to get extra help to make up tests and quizzes. One of the challenges with our old 9-period schedule is there was no time during the day for students to do that. Now that's built in. So there's never the excuse anymore that I don't have time during the day to get extra help because it's built into the schedule. So that is how that flex period is to be used. It's also to be used, let's say that our students are doing well, they're mastering the material. The teachers are enriching the content for students, providing some extension activities. And we also have clubs and activities that meet during flex time. So it's a unique opportunity that's available to all of our students. We encourage them to take advantage of that. And I just want to reiterate that it's not to be used for new instruction. If there are concerns about that it is being used for new instruction, then please let me know, because I want to make sure that this program is being implemented the way that we have envisioned and created it, and that is to support our students. So your communication and feedback about that is greatly appreciated. In terms of clubs and activities, I've had several students reach out to me about creating different clubs and activities this year. I'm actually going to be meeting with a student next week about a baking club, which sounds really cool. And I met with a student yesterday about an alternative art club at the high school. So if your students, or if you know of other students in the district who would like to create a club or activity, please just have them contact me and I will walk them through every step of the process, because the more opportunities we can create for our students, opportunities that they're passionate about, the better. Because again, my tagline is that this isn't my school. It doesn't belong to the teachers and parents. No offense, it doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the students, and we want to make sure everything we do reflects that. And then the last piece here, we are always open to feedback. You are not going to hurt my feelings. In 7 years of doing this job as principal at the high school, I know it comes along with the territory, but it's always from a good place. That's to do what's best for kids. So if you have questions, comments, concerns, shoot me an email, give me a call at the school. I'm here to help. And I do mean that. So I'm going to go up here and click on the Q&A and address some of your questions. And I will try to answer them the best that I can. Okay, so I have one here related to COVID cases at each of the schools. And in terms of communicating about COVID cases in the schools, last year we received email notification if a student in the class was a positive case. So there is a process for communicating to families. My son is actually flicking the lights on and off if you see them blinking in the background. So when that happens in the building now, there is a process that we undergo where we have to do contact tracing. We have to determine if there were students around an individual who potentially had COVID, and that there is a process for communicating those individuals who were in fact affected or potentially affected. So we do have a process for that. In terms of district-wide communications, it emanates from the building, it comes from the building, so it's not something that comes from the district level. Let's see. A lot of districts give updates regarding COVID. It seems as though masks are helping keep numbers down. I haven't heard any updates, or maybe I've missed it. So again, I believe the district has a dashboard on the website where they do update weekly the number of cases in the buildings across the district. Maybe we can find that link and put that in there for you. But in terms of messaging or emails from the district, I don't think that's occurring. I think it's just the dashboard that they've been using. I will say I'm very proud of our students for wearing the masks. It's not easy. They have to wear them all day. They do get a break during lunch, and some of the teachers take them outside for mask breaks. But the students understand what's on the line in terms of wearing the mask to keep everyone safe. So I'm proud of them, and I appreciate all of your support with that. And hopefully we get to a place soon to where we don't have to have the masks in the building. So again, thank you so much. Let's see, I have a question here. When students complete, it looks like some of these are answered. Ms. August, you answered some of these. So when students complete volunteer hours, where and when do they turn in the forms? Schoology is the place to submit those forms. All right, I guess, yeah, Ms. August has answered some of these, so I don't want to be repetitive. Dress code for homecoming, semi-formal. The one thing with that is I know it's October 16th. It might be a little chilly, so please dress accordingly. We'll have some recommendations. Hopefully the temperature stays warm. Hopefully it doesn't rain, please. But we'll have some guidance and a game plan in the event that those things happen. But I would encourage students to dress warm. I think this weekend or even tonight is supposed to be like 48. So that's kind of chilly. Let's see. We covered that one. Okay. And I'll pause just a moment here to see if there are any other questions. And if there are not, wait, here we go. We got one that came in. Yes, the dance is being held outside at the stadium. So again, the homecoming dance will be held at the stadium. And the reason why is because if we were indoors, we would have to have students wearing their masks in our gymnasium. I don't know if you've ever been to one of our homecoming dances before, but our homecoming dance prior to COVID, we set a record where we had almost 900 students in our gymnasium. And just in the environment right now, wearing masks, that just would not be, best practice. So we want students to not have to wear the masks so we're at the stadium, so they don't have to wear them. Okay, will students be told more about their senior project expectations, or do they need to research themselves? So we are good, Ms. August.
I was going to just share that if it, depending on what grade level you're in, if you want any information about that, I'll be happy to share some of it with you so that you can have more information forthcoming for freshmen and sophomores. Juniors and seniors have some slightly different information. So Dr. Ritz is going to share with you some details overall, but it really will depend on your graduation year. So for Ms. Rourke, if you share your year, we might be able to give you some more specific answers.
Yes, and it's kind of a unique situation with graduation project, because a few years ago, we redesigned our business exploration course that is now called Career Seminar. Is that correct, Ms. August? And all students take that 9th grade year. And that really satisfies all the elements of grad project. And then we build on that as students go through. So they're really getting everything done early on, and then things are just enhanced as they go. Now for our juniors and seniors, they weren't part of that process. So we have to do different things with them in terms of an mock interview, cover letter, resume, and we will work with them on that. And I see that Kim posted that he is a sophomore, so he is in good shape. And there will be plenty of information coming soon in terms of grad project, which is now called College and Career Readiness. Okay. All right, well, I don't see any other questions coming in, and I don't want to hold families any longer than we have. So if there are no, oh wait, there's a question. Let's see.
I'm sorry. I thought I said yes, Mr.
Oh.
Mullen. And tell Luke I said hi.
It's a Y. Why?
Why?
Yes. So Mr. Mullen, I could take that one. So we're just to have accountability, contact information. So if we've had some students who ask for permission to leave the dance early, so we have a good number to make contact, and just also accountability, so we know who's attending, if there are outside guests coming. So it's more of just from a layer of accountability for us, to manage the dance. So I see a question here. What is the homecoming festival? So initially we had on the calendar that there would be a homecoming festival, but what we decided to do was reinstate the homecoming parade, the traditional homecoming parade that we've had in years past. And so what we will now be doing, instead of it would have been a new festival, we're reinstating the homecoming parade. That will be at 6:30 on Friday before the game, where the homecoming court will do a loop around town in parade fashion. And then we will have the game at 7 p.m. And in my Friday communication, I think everybody's getting used to the rhythm of our communications. We're trying not to bombard you with communications, but every Friday you can expect an update from my office with all things that you need to know. If there are specific things you would like to see included in those communications, please let me know, and I will include that for you. But look for homecoming information that we covered here tonight to be included in that email. And last year I was doing like two to three communications a week just because of the nature of COVID. And you were probably like, delete too much. I'm not going to bombard your email like I did last year, but you will get that Friday. And it's a pretty big email, but we want to just try to cover everything that we can.
Jeremy, the hand is still raised for Heather King. I'm not sure if there is an inability to access the question and answer. So
yeah, we don't have speaking in the meetings. We ask that the questions be posted in the Q&A. So if you have a hand up, please put your question in the Q&A for safety, security purposes. That's how we address questions in these meetings.
And if you don't have access to the Q&A, please feel free to email.
Okay. And Lori, I don't know if you could see this question, if you could help us with the translation. Let's see if I can.
I'm not good, but it looks like I want to know something about applications for her son.
Maybe
Application.
this is in reference to college applications. Let's see. Let me stop my screen share. Stop share. Wow, it's really dark here in my room. Apologies for that. Close this. 1 second here. Spanish to English. I don't know how it can be applied to a plan for my son. I tell you what we're going to have to do, Lori, and if you're translating for us, if you can get the contact information for the parent, and then we can reach out with a specific answer for Angela. Wait, maybe Lori put it in here. Oh, they want the parent wants to know about college scholarships and how to apply for them. So please contact your child's school counselor. They are a wealth of information regarding college scholarships. So you can even have your child reach out to me, and then I could put them in contact with their counselor. But there is a wealth of information, and there are several scholarships available to our students. All right. Well, again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us here tonight. Again, we have our next meeting on the 18th. That will be led by the one and only Mr. Kotz and Ms. Rudisil. I will not be here that night, but we appreciate you so much. We love having your students back to school. I always remind myself, if it's a challenging day, that wow, we are grateful because we have kids back in the building. Last year and a half was so difficult, but having the kids back and their energy is just great. So thank you for your amazing children. They're doing a great job. It's great to see them back. If we can help you with anything, please let us know. And I hope you have a great rest of the week. Take care. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ms. Chanel. Thank you, Lori.
Thank you, Dr. Ritz. Have a good evening.
All right, see you.